Hello, my name is Matt King. This is my EDT 6005 Interactive Whiteboard Instructional Lesson. This is my title page. The lesson is on graphing quadratics. It has the name, date, class, the essential question for the lesson, the standards that are addressed, technology, and math high school specific. And also at the bottom here, there are some links to web pages outside of SMART, note files, so the students can log on to their Google account. This will bring them to a Google sign-in page, and also the Khan Academy account will bring into a Khan Academy sign-in page. That's because they're going to need to utilize those through this lesson. And finally, the big Start Here button leads the student to where they need to start next, and it doesn't necessarily align to the slide number. It's not, slides don't go in order. There is some play and jumping throughout this lesson. The first thing I ask the students to do is to create a Google Doc setup, and this is a link to a YouTube video. I was having trouble embedding it. It's a link to a YouTube video to explain how to set up their Google Doc. Once the student is able to do that, because they've already signed in to Google, they can click on this next I'm ready, which starts their pre-assessment. There's 3 questions in the pre-assessment, and how they answer the questions. They choose their answer and they drag it with directions. They drag their answer over, and then they'll find out if they're right or wrong. Saying that is the vertex form. They can try again. Standard form is correct, so they know this is the example of standard form quadratic. Then they can, if they are familiar with these, they can choose to opt out of the assessment, move straight to the post-assessment, or move to various lessons. If they would choose to continue the pre-assessment, it would just take them to the next question. Same kind of format, obviously different answer. They can ask the third question, same idea. And if they so chose, they could also just jump back to question 1. Let's say they wanted to look at some various lessons on this specific topic of standard form. They would click on the standard form practice, and there are multiple access points here for multiple learning styles to learn more about standard form of quadratic. They can go to textbook examples. They can click on here for video examples. They click on these 2 for notes and note examples, written examples online. Or if they wanted to do more beyond these things, this takes them to the further study practice, which gives them opportunities to work with transformations of quadratics. And then there's 2 Desmos activities that I have set up for the students. And then after that point, they can jump back and go into the post-assessment. If they were ready for the post-assessment for question 1, which is standard form, they can go ahead and click and start the post-assessment, which are 3 questions on Khan Academy, and they have to take a screenshot. They have to follow the directions on how to complete the post-assessment. Take a screenshot and then save it, and save it on their Google Doc, which there's access points here to jump back to the Google Doc or jump to the submit form, or also jump to the next post-assessment in the next categories, standard form, and then also factors form. You can also, from each of these slides, you can jump to the lesson practice, and if you wanted to get more lesson practice specifically for factor form, there's some more examples. You could also jump back to the post-test post-assessment and get more lessons on the other questions. If you want to go to factored form, you can get more lessons on factored form. They all end up funneling to the post-assessment, which is the only really required measure that I'm taking. They need to complete the post-assessment. 3 questions for each type, and once they do, they can submit it to their Google form, which I give an explanation on this video here on how to submit your Google form. And then finally, when they're ready to submit, they press the submit button, which opens up a Google form, and they share their information with me at that point. And also from here, you can jump to the post assessments, so you don't really ever get stuck. In total, I have 14 slides. The directions said 15, but subjective to teacher lesson. Didn't say a minimum of 15, it said recommended 15 slides, but we all know that lessons, really what we want is a full lesson, not really a slide minimum. So that is my lesson, working with the interactive whiteboard notebook file.